From the Simi Valley Isoplex, CSUN Hockey goes for a 2-game sweep this afternoon against the Utah Valley Wolverines. Good afternoon, everyone. Delighted to have you along today. I'm Travis Van Ode. CSUN earned their second shutout of the season last night, beating these Wolverines by a 12-0 score. Vincent Seppi earned his 4th career shutout, also his 40th career win, making 24 saves. And 3 Matadors scored twice. John Michael Lauren scored the first goal of the game and had 2. And the other goal scorers to get 2 goals last night were defenseman Zach Carnes. He picked up a shorthanded goal as well. And Matt Bushton had 2, one of them coming on the power play. Matadors also scored 3 shorthanded goals last night, 2 of them on the same PK in the third period, as Christian Parks picked up his first career shorthanded goal. Matt Hoover and Zach Carnes, they picked up their 3rd career shorthanded goals and their 2nd to lead the Matadors this season. Well, CSUN is still undefeated in regulation overall in the year. They're now 17-0, 1-2. They won 10 straight coming in. Meanwhile, for Utah Valley, they failed to pick up their 2nd winning streak of the season last night as they beat UC Santa Barbara Thursday night by a 5-2 score. So Utah Valley's now 3-15-1 overall, and they're just 1-7-1 away from Peaks Arena in Provo. For the Matadors, well, the task is simple this afternoon, win this game, and they want to do it by the goal differential, of course, by at least 7, because lots of teams ranked below the Matadors won yesterday. So in order to keep the ranking, or at least to try to, they're going to need a big victory this afternoon against Utah Valley. After the starting lineups and the national anthem, we'll have Puck Drop on the Matador Sports Network. Ready to go. Number 13, CSUN against Utah Valley. The starting goalies, once again for the Wolverines, it's Mason Walsh. He played the first 45 minutes last night, gave up the first 8 goals and made 31 saves. So for Walsh, overall in the season, it's his 7th start, 13th appearance, has a 1-5 record now, with a 9.74 goals against average and an .807 save percentage. And getting the start this afternoon for the Matadors is Caleb Mead, the junior from Arletta. For Mead, his 8th start, 9th appearance this season, has a 6-0-0-1 record. Sparkling 2.36 goals against, a .906 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Grayson Zumalos, Matt Hoover, Nick Schwartz start up front, with Zach Carnes and Alex Marbach, the starting defensemen. Thanks so much for spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us on the Matador Sports Network. CSUN wins the opening draw. It's picked off. Adam Hill couldn't shoot, cleared out. Punched right back in as the Wolverines get onside. Zumalos plays it right into D.G. Baker. Zach Carnes able to clear out. What a hit by Schwartz on Dallin Peck. Both teams were physical at times last night. That was probably the strongest facet of Utah Valley's game last night. They really did throw their weight around, but a much slower team between these two. The Matadors took advantage, especially in the third period, scoring a season-tying 7 goals in the third period. So the Matadors just pulled away and got at least to that 7-goal differential. Carnes a shot from the red line, an easy save for Walsh. So Walsh's goals against rose 12 points overnight from .962 to .974. His save percentage went down 2 points from .809 to .807. As Utah Valley's now given up an even 9 goals against this season. The Matadors, meanwhile, with their 12 last night, they have a goals for average on the season of .805. So it's over 8 for the first time this season. And ironically, Utah Valley's goals for average and CSUN's goals against average is the same, 2.47. Now, not often you see that, but obviously the Wolverines are continuing to produce offense here in early 2020. Mark Lessick, his shot just goes wide, and Walsh never saw it. If it's on the net, it's a goal. A real good drive from Mark Lessick, who picked up an assist last night, his 5th, his first year with the Matadors. Gino Norek holds the zone, deflects off of Quinton Abaya, and it's held in by Matt Bushton. Matadors did a great job last night of keeping the zone, especially at the points. Abaya shoots, stopped by Walsh. Right to the Wolverine on Mason Walsh's chest. So still just 1 victory for Utah Valley against Division II teams this year. That was 2 nights ago against UC Santa Barbara. They won 5-2. That tied a season high in goals in a game against a Division II team. They also had 5 against Denver. They lost in overtime 6-5 that night to the Pios. Christian Parks takes the draw, scored his first career shorthanded goal last night. It was a beauty, going short side on Walsh. Dante Thorne drops it for Parks, and somehow that did not go in, but then it's pried home by Nick Years. So Walsh had no idea where the puck was. Nick Gears to the side of the nets, punches it home, and it's 1-0 at 18:08. Gears scored the final goal of the game last night on the power play. Well, that gives him 10 on the season. Well, they're giving the goal to Parks, actually. And the lone assist goes to Thorne, so apparently Nick Gears did not touch that puck. It just went in all by itself. What a hit by Carnes. And taking exception, Brady Fisher, as Adam Hill was the recipient of that Carnes hit. Brady Fisher's going to go. And it looks like Carnes may join him. I was writing down the goal, so I didn't pick up the hit, but obviously it was a big one on Adam Hill. Tyler Keston took a big hit last night for Utah Valley. And that was the 5-minute major that Matt Hoover took for charging. We'll see if it's evened up. But at any rate, going back to the goal, Parks, second of the weekend, gives him 15 on the year. Dante Thorne, the lone assist. 4-on-4. We had 4-on-4 play last night 3 times. Matadors scored a goal 4-on-4 last night. That was the 3rd goal that Gino Norek scored on a 2-on-1 with John Michael Lauren. And again, this should favor the Matadors. They're the much faster team. Parks wins the draw to Marbach. Marbach sends over to Bushton. So Carnes gets 2 for interference. And it's a cross-check on Fisher. Time of the penalties, 17:43. About 30 seconds into 4-on-4 play. Shoveled around 50-50, puck Bushton activates. And hustling over Parks as another Wolverine is down. They do have pretty much a full team again today. Nick Gears tries to stuff through the crease and wide. Drawing in this afternoon for the Wolverines is Adam Henkmeyer. He did not play last night. Parks shoots and it's fought off by Walsh. Christian Parks looking very strong so far this afternoon. Almost his second goal in 3.5 minutes. 56 seconds remaining on Brady Fisher and Carnes penalties. That's the way the penalty side of the ledger started last night. It was matching minors. Gino Norek tries to win the puck forward. Tom Dobricott down the wing for Norek. John Michael Lorenz in front. This fabulous twosome up front for the Matadors at the moment. Dobricott, who had a goal last night, in deep for Norek. Norek overskates, and it's shot out of play. Face-off stays inside the zone. Utah Valley cannot change. 35 seconds remaining, 4-on-4 play. 16:18 to go in the first. 1-0 Matadors. Utah Valley goes home after this, and they'll host Western Washington next Friday and Saturday. It should be a pretty even series. Matadors, of course, beating Western Washington in Bellingham back in November 9-2. Little cross-conference matchup once again as Utah Valley's in the Mountain West League. That's arguably the best league in the West region. And, of course, Western Washington's in the Pac-8. Lauren looking to headman. All the way into Wolverine territory. Checks down Eldon Brower. It's cleared out. That's reminiscent as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey of Brian Carcerano. Former Matador. He used to hit players when he had the puck, and that's exactly what Lauren did. Nobody saw it coming every time for Brian Carcerano. Pushed it up the wing. Did not deflect, though, and it's icing. 15:19 remaining in the first. So with CSUN's 12 goals last night, they're now on pace for 201 on the season. That includes 2 possible playoff games in the WCHC tournament. The last year, CSUN scored 190, which was a Division II record. They're on pace now to very much eclipse that mark. You're expecting perhaps another lopsided score today, which may up that number again. J.D. Baker holds the zone nicely. Bushton takes a look. Skated through neutral ice by Grayson Zumalos. Matt Hoover, who scored the other shorthanded goal last night, tried to feed Schwartz. Good back check by J.D. Baker. Once again, there are 2 Bakers, 2 Hills, and 2 Fishers for the Wolverines. And a shot by Tanner Walker deflects wide. Marbach reverses for Bushton. Great third period last night for Bushton. 2 goals. Gets through 3 Wolverines. Another example of Matador's superior speed. Coming up on the 14.5 minute mark of the first. That's just a turnover to Marbach. Marbach picks up the loose puck. Goes wide on Peck. Centering pass, and Zumalos scores. What a pass by Alex Marbach behind the back to Zumalos. 2-0 at 14:08. Well, the goals coming exactly 4 minutes apart. Zumalos scored a goal yesterday, gives him 19 on the season, which is one behind Gino Norake at the moment. I still don't believe Caleb Mead has made a save today. Two players get mixed up behind the play. Thorne, a big hit again by Carnes, this time on Dean Koopman. Zach Carnes has come to play and play physically. Koopman turns it over to Gears. But Utah Valley's got to be aware when Carnes is on the ice, he is throwing his weight around every shift so far. Parks dangles in front. Stopped by Walsh, but he draws a penalty. Parks is calling for a penalty shot. It's going to be a minor. Parks is pleading his case. Slashing call to Koopman at 13:31. Matadors scored twice on the power play last night in 7 opportunities. So they dominated every aspect of last night's game. Works back to Marbach. Norake shoots, glove save Walsh. Marbach in deep as the defenseman leaves it for Norake. Matadors overloading the right side. One-timer Lauren healed it. Picked up by Abaya. He cycles for Carnes. Carnes, as usual, the defenseman, is the man in front. He drew a penalty in front of the net last night for cross-checking. Worked across the box. Abaya pressured by J.D. Baker below the goal line for Carnes. 1:20 to go on the power play. One-timer Abaya fought off by Walsh, and then it's dislodged. We saw 2 or 3 times yesterday that net come dislodged. A good zone time by the Matadors, but once again, Mason Walsh is arguably Utah Valley's best player. He made some great saves yesterday. It could have been much worse for the Wolverines if Mason Walsh wasn't sharp in between the pipes. 1:17 to go on the power play. Won by Zumalos. Gears looking for a shooting lane. Dishes to Parks. Shot stopped by Walsh. Picked it up through the screen. 1:08 remaining on the power play. 12:39 to go in the first. The goal scorers Parks and Zumalos. Matadors control the draw. Gears had a power play goal last night. The final goal of the game was a beautiful one-timer. Bushton, who also had a power play goal, to Parks. Worked in deep for Hoover. Matadors, almost half of their goals came on special teams last night. 3 shorthanded goals and 2 power play goals cleared out. Mead's got to be careful. Able to get it to Bushton. Chips it ahead, Zumalos. He leaves for Parks. Parks shoots to flex up. Half a minute to go on the power play. Parks. Give and go chance out of his reach. Great idea, Parks and Zumalos. Gears down the wing. Zumalos takes it away. Worked out front for Hoover. Matt Hoover, this time a nice pass from Zumalos. 3-0 at 11:47. Hoover's second goal of the weekend, 11 on the year. And that's his first power play goal this season and actually in his career. So congratulations to Matt Hoover, the senior, picking up his first career power play goal there. On a nice feed from Zumalos. Well, already 3-0 and not halfway through the first period. Well, Matt Matt Hoover, a shorty, and now a power play goal this weekend. Couldn't hear the secondary assist as CSUN's bench was cheering John Michael Lauren's hit. Sounded like Lauren picked up the secondary assist. We'll double check that during the intermission as CSUN still really throwing their weight around. Lauren with the puck now. It's flipped in by Koopman. Mead leaves for Norake. Norake stretch past Lauren. Lauren shovels it in deep. Abaya first on it. Sends back up top Lessick. One timer wide. Norake a shot stick save Walsh. Abaya tried to get it out front. No Matador was there. Lessick sends back in. CSUN's got a touch up. So the Matadors, as they're going to be called for a penalty. Now 3 for 8 on the power play in this series. Interference call at 10:21 to John Michael Lauren. Utah Valley came up empty on 5 power plays last night and of course gave up 3 shorthanded goals. So they are -6 on special teams in this series. The power play goals against and the shorthanded goals against. Well, actually, it was a slash on Lauren. Not a very demonstrative slashing call from the ref. But at any rate, CSUN on the kill. Worked out front, kick save Mead as he robbed J.D. Baker. Utah Valley set up, worked out front, deflected on by Brady Fisher, stopped by Mead. They go hard to the nets. Dobricott and Hoover keeping those 2 Wolverines away from Caleb Mead. Vincent Seppi played against Utah Valley last year. He's now 2-0, of course, against the Wolverines. The first time Caleb Mead facing off against Utah Valley in his career. Made a couple of nice saves so far on the PK. 10:21 to go in the first. Well, that can't be right, as the clock never started, actually. Having a little clock malfunction down there. See if this gets changed or not. Not sure how much time elapsed. It felt like maybe 50 seconds to a minute. Now, Utah Valley just got that time for free, unless they're going to tick some time off. .10:02. So 19 seconds. They take off the clock. A minute 41, of course, to go on the power play. Ready to resume play. The captain for Utah Valley, Brady Fisher, the only player to score a goal against the Matadors in the all-time series. Wins the draw over to Andrew Piper. CSUN overall in this series, which is only 2 games, but Matadors lead 15-1 coming in for the goals, so now 18-1. The goal aggregate in the all-time series between these 2 teams. J.D. Baker, able to escape Matt Hoover, shoots and it's blocked by Zumalos. Good hold from Kyle Watson. Sent out front, good position by Hoover. Zumalos a little flat-footed. Falling down Ty Evans. Hoover trying to cut in. A backhand big glove save Walsh. Matt Hoover bidding for his second shorty of the weekend there. Got a lot on that backhand. Not an easy save for Mason Walsh. .909 remaining in the first. Shoveled around for Walker. Regrouping Brower. Stretch pass, deflected in. Carnes a bit of time. Clears out. Norey Kabaya, Bushton, and Carnes out for the remainder of the PK. Coming up on 21 seconds remaining on it for the Wolverines. Big bump by Bushton. And getting up slowly this time is Walker. Carnes sends it all the way down. John Michael Lauren out of the box. Utah Valley 0 for 1 on the power play. 8:17 to go in the first. Abaya met by a couple of Wolverines. Lauren picks up a loose puck and fires wide. Utah Valley desperately looking for a goal before the end of this first period. Been a frustrating series for the Wolverines. Koopman, backhand shot blocked by Bushton. Evans, angled off by Carnes. Norick able to get it to Abaya. Nice play. Stretched to Lauren. He's all by himself at the moment. CSUN's changing. Lauren able to get the puck back. That's just kind of an unacceptable play there by Utah Valley. A chance to clear. Lauren able to skate about 5 feet and get to the puck again. Lauren down low for Parks. The Gears out as well on this shift. Dante Thorne calls for the puck. Gears back to Carnes. And he couldn't settle the jumpy puck. Wolverines clear out. Bushton quickly back up the wing, intercepted. Thorne. Nice back check by Evans. Gears, but Parks wasn't expecting it. Carnes supports him. Now play it in. First on at Thorne. Gears in front. It's worked to him, and he scores. Well, Nick Gears makes it 4-0 at 6:45. So now, that is Gears' 10th goal of the season. Parks, Zumalos, Hoover on the power play, and Gears. CSUN is offside. Thorne picks up the lone assist on the goal. 4 different goal scorers, as I said. Thorne now is second assist of the game. For Dante, that is his second career multi-point game. The freshman. Thorne with the puck once more. Taken away by Joel Clark. Once again, the Matadors able to steal. Worked through Gears this time by Parks. Koopman, back checked well by Parks. Lesick trying to force it out. Shot blocked by Marbach. Little flip, but he gets away with it. Dangerous pass by Marbach. Well, short sleeves for Parks. Stick checked away. Koopman and Parks overskate. Schwartz curls it to the center circle. Dropped back by Piper. Zumalos takes over. Back for it, Aiden Oram. Oram up the wing. Hoover, little deflection. Marbach down low. Schwartz shoot stop by Walsh. Able to cover up the loose puck. 5:07 remaining in the first. Well, the Matadors are now a plus 37 in first periods. They're a plus 29 in second periods and plus 45 in third periods. The Matadors still have not given up more than 2 goals in any period this season. That is a tremendous note. Nobody this season has gotten more than 2 goals against the Matadors in any period. And again, the schedule definitely a little weaker than last year, but still, Matadors very strong defensively and in goal. It's been their hallmark really the last couple of seasons, thanks to Brandon Calvoto, who graduated last year, and now the senior Vincent Seppi, but getting good goaltending as well from Caleb Mead and Jack Titer. And defensively, they've just been very strong. As we talked about throughout this season, really the Matadors have 7 defensemen, and 6 of them coming back for this season. If you include Jaime Velasquez in that list of defensemen, and he has been a defenseman most of the year. Only Mark Lessick is a newcomer on the blue line, so very veteran and experienced blue line as CSUN scores again, and they take exception after Utah Valley hit Zumalos after he put it in the net. The frustration continues to show for the Wolverines. So Zumalos is second of the period, makes it 5-0 at 4:04. Zumalos is now tied with Gino Norick for the team leading goals with 20. Just a loose puck that Zumalos, he was unguarded, able to put in. Norick dishes to Abaya. Stick save Walsh. Giving the goal to Lessick. Pretty sure that was Zumalos, but officially the goal goes to Lessick. It is his first career goal. I have to double check that during the intermission as Abaya scores. Quinton Abaya at about 3:33. The clock is continuing to tick down. But it was at 3:33 when Abaya scored. Abaya, his 100th career game last night, picks up his 12th goal of the season. Abaya had 4 helpers last night for the Matadors. Well, the goals coming 31 seconds apart. It should be Zumalos. And then Quinton Abaya. Carnes and Norway pick up the assist as Mead makes a rare save. .306 to go in the opening period, a period which has seen CSUN score 6 times after getting 3 last night. This is now as Parks has a breakaway, stopped by Walsh. And actually there's a new goalie in for Utah Valley. It is Keaton Morrison as tensions are now boiling over. And the clock continues to tick down. Keaton Morrison now in goal for Utah Valley. He came in relief yesterday. I think he did come in after that 6th goal. We'll say Walsh came out at 3:33. And of course, penalties after the ruckus in the corner. Well, CSUN has tied a first period high in goals with 6 today. Remember, they tied a third period high of 7 goals last night. Quite frankly, the rest of this game, you just hope that there's no shenanigans. 2 players, looks like, in the box for Utah Valley. Piper's one of them. And Parks in the box for the Matadors. As Gears and Brady Fisher waiting for the scoop. Just 2:43 remaining in the first. There's been a misconduct handed out. One of the Wolverines went off of the ice. We'll wait on everything to be announced. There's 2 players in the box for Utah Valley, and then another has seemingly been given a game misconduct. Gears skating over to tell Andy Jekyll what the penalties are. Oh, 2 minutes up on the board for Parks. Two minutes for Andrew Piper. Now John Michael Lauren waiting with Brady Fisher, the captain, of course, for the Matadors and the captain for Utah Valley. Meanwhile, in the crease, Keaton Morrison is stretching out. So for Morrison, this is his 4th appearance off of the bench this season, his 16th overall. His goals against went from .899 last night to .914, and his save percentage went down from .817 to .813 as he played the final 15 minutes last night, gave up 4 goals and made 6 saves for Utah Valley. It was Walsh that did pick up the loss, as again he played the first 45 minutes, giving up 8 goals before being relieved by Keaton Morrison. We do believe that Morrison came in after the 6th goal, scored at 3:33 by Quinton Abaya. It's been Parks, Zumalos, Hoover on the power play, Gears, and I believe it was Zumalos the 5th goal. It was credited to Lessick, but I think it was Zumalos. And then the last goal scored by Abaya 50 seconds ago, game time. Max Robertson heads over to the penalty box to serve a penalty for CSUN. Parks gets 2 for roughing and cross-checking. Piper gets 2 for cross-checking. Piper actually gets a rough. And another player got a cross-check. And time of the minors, 2:43. So we play 4-on-4 for the second time in the first period. Seen a lot of 4-on-4 play in this series. A 142 to go on the 4-on-4 play. 2:25 to go in the period. Well, again, 2 minors to Parks, 1 to Piper, and the other I couldn't say. Looks to be maybe Brower that's in the box for the Wolverines. But at any rate, they have 2, and Robertson, of course, serving the other minor. Shot by Marbach, stopped by Morrison. Norake and Abaya up on the forecheck. Norake to Abaya, stopped by Morrison, and he's got it. And the line's been jumping quickly. 1:19 remaining 4-on-4 play. So we've got a little bit of chirping going on, it looks like, in the penalty box as well. Zumalas out, but face-off won by Clark. Dobercott holds the zone, down low for Hoover. Hoover's pass picked off. Clark, 2-on-2. Stepped into by Bushton. Then he finishes him along the end wall. Bushton picks up the loose puck, tape to tape. Zumalas, 2-on-2 for the Matadors. Zumalas looking for the hat trick, stood up. A good defensive play by Orem. Cluster of players dig for it. It's pried free by Brower, so he couldn't be in the box. Zumalas stick checked away by Brower, comes to neutral ice. Dobercott cross ice for Hoover. Back across Zumalas. Leaves it for Dobercott, fires wide. Puck comes free to the Wolverines. Under a minute to go in the first. About 10 seconds to go 4-on-4 play. Orem can't get it deep. Zumalas, shoulder by J.D. Baker. The first 2 minors are over. Robertson heads to the bench. Replacing him, Abaya, as the shot goes wide. Worked back up top, Brady Fisher, shot blocked by Abaya. Dobercott taps to Abaya, 1-on-1, and he's got a breakaway. Stick checked away by Morrison, and the net's dislodged. Well, that would have been a pretty one for Quinton. A good stick check by Keaton Morrison. And now all the penalties are over, except for Parks, who continues to serve. But again, Parks picked up that additional minor. 15 seconds to go in the period. Carnes, stretch pass, Thorne deflects in. And actually didn't get as far as he wanted. But that's the end of the first period, maybe. There's 1.5 seconds to go. And they are going to drop the puck one more time as CSUN went offside. Well, just a formality here with 1 second. Needless to say, a strong opening 20 for the Matadors. Goals from Parks, Zumalas, Hoover, Gears, Zumalas again, and Abaya. We'll come back in a few moments to recap everything for you on the Matador Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. Almost ready to begin the second period. Number 13, CSUN leading Utah Valley by a 6-0 score. Recapping all the goals in the first period, it was Parks, his 15th of the year from Dante Thorne at even strength. Grayson Zumalos, his 19th from Alex Marbach and Matt Hoover at even strength. Then Hoover scored on the power play, his 11th of the season, and his first career power play goal as well. So again, congratulations to Matt Hoover. Assisted by Zumalos and Matt Bushton. Then it was Nick Gears scoring his 10th goal of the season from Thorne at even strength, making it 4-0. Zumalos is credited now with that goal at 4:04. Matador's 5th, his 20th, tying Gino Norick for the team lead. Assisted by Hoover and Tom Dobricott at even strength, and then finishing things off, Quinton Abaya, his 12th of the season from Zach Carnes and Norake at even strength. So 2 goals for Grayson Zumalos. He now has a 15-game point streak. For Grayson, his team leading now 6th multi-goal game of the season. A very strong period for Zumalos, 2 goals and an assist. We mentioned Dante Thorne, his second career multi-assist and multi-point game, as he has 2 assists. And Matt Hoover as well had a very good first period of goal and 2 assists. So for Matt Hoover, who had a 2-point game last night, it's his second multi-assist game of this season. And that's it looks like for multi-point games so far. So Thorne, a couple of assists. Zumalos, 2 goals and an assist. Flip that for Hoover, a goal and 2 assists. Matadors 1 for 1 on the power play. Utah Valley 0 for 1. Shots on goal in the first period, 15-7, and 7 is a little bit of a generous mark, certainly, for Utah Valley, but 15-7 officially the shots on goal in that first period. So the starter, Mason Walsh, giving up all 6 goals, and then after the 6th goal was replaced by Keaton Morrison. Matadors just looking to keep the foot on the gas pedal the rest of the way. We'll go ahead and step aside for just a second. Second period coming up next on the Matador Sports Network. Once again back at the Simi Valley Isoplex. Start of the second period, number 13, CSUN 6, and Utah Valley still without a goal in this 2-game series. They've been outscored now 18-0. Second period begins 5-on-5. Should be 5-on-5. Matadors still with work to do. They want to get at least to that 7-goal differential. Of course, one more to go before that. Don't want to develop any bad habits in any of these blowout games. Of course, with playoffs looming in a couple of weekends, Matadors looking for their 4th consecutive WCHC championship. I want to let any bad habits creep into their game. Matadors are playing well, though. Carnes, a shot just missed, and Norake from a severe angle. Pried home by Carnes. Though Carnes just 20 seconds in makes it 7-0. Carnes 2 goals last night, and that gives him 12 on the season. Norake picks up the lone assist. Despite Utah Valley being a weaker club, Matadors really have played well last night and today. So it's good to see that they're not really taking it easy, so to speak, against an inferior opponent. Abaya flips it way in the air, and Matadors are offside. So it did not hit the rafters, but unfortunately that puts the Matadors offside. A very creative play by Quinton Abaya. Still only Grayson Zumalos with multi goals this afternoon. Very important game at Long Beach State next Saturday. The only game of the weekend. Matadors always have trouble, it seems like, at the rinks Lakewood. Long Beach State is a bit down this year, but that rink, the Olympic sheet, is always kind of an equalizer. That'll be a very important game coming up in Lakewood a week from today. It'll be an 8 p.m. face-off. Matadors looking to, again, finish the WCHC with a perfect record. They would be the only 3rd team to do it in the 10-year history of the conference if they can win their final 2 conference games against Long Beach State and LMU. A face mask save there by Keaton Morrison, who just let in his first goal today on that goal from Zach Carnes moments ago. Christian Parks out of the penalty box. He's done serving his minors. Jaime Velasquez, who showed up at the end of the first period, was getting ready in the dressing room in between periods. He's now out, so his first shift of the game. Hoover tried to get it to Velasquez, deflects back to Bushton. Bushton's shot stopped by Morrison. Dobrikot swing and a miss. Walker, possible 2-on-1 if the Wolverines hurry. Matt Bushton, recognizing that Walker did not have a whole lot of speed, just takes the puck away. That's been Utah Valley's problem in this series. Not a lot of speed, especially when they have either even man rushes or odd man rushes. CSUN's offside. That was a 2-on-2 there, basically, and Utah Valley slowed up as they gained the blue line. And they don't even get a shot on goal in a situation where they probably should have. 17:52 to go in the middle frame. Norake joins Parks and Gears. Again, what's happening on this really 3rd line, if you will, is a winger is getting rotated in with Parks and Gears the mainstays. So we talked about last night, Matadors losing 3 forwards over the holiday break. Eli Berenget, George Reznikov, and Forrest Chaffee. So that's a 2nd liner in Berenget, a 3rd liner in Reznikov, and a 4th liner in Chaffee. So having to get a little creative with the line combos the rest of the season. But the Matadors have looked strong despite that. Good sign. Gears all alone in front, Parks, but unfortunately was on his backhand. Nice pass goes through Norake. Carnes way up. The puck comes to neutral ice. Lessick to Carnes. Unfortunately for Lessick, not credited with his first career goal. What a hit by Gears on J.D. Baker. I told Lessick as I stopped by the dressing room in the intermission, you'll get it. They gave me a smile. But that was Grayson Zumalos' goal in the first period. That's been changed correctly. Gears Picked up by Parks. Carnes activates. 2 Matadors in front. Parks dishes to Gears. Parks shoots, stopped by Morrison. Evans can't clear. Matadors continue to win all the puck races. As Utah Valley's been worn down in this 2-game series. Brady Fisher chips it out. Parks gets around a couple of Wolverines. Brower, yeah, just enough of them. Puck cleared out. Marbach. Shoot, stopped by Morrison. Marbach again. Comes down the ice. Mead way out to play it, and we will probably see Jack Titer come in about the halfway mark of the game. That's the plan, at least, to get Titer some time. Maybe we might see Titer start today. Caleb Mead gets the start. Morrison plays it up the wing, picked off by Robertson. It'd be great to have Robertson and or Lessick pick up their first career goals today. The only 2 players left that have not scored this season. Both first-year players for the Matadors. 15:05 to go in the second. Stretch pass goes through Thorne. That's icing. As we talked about last night, the Matadors have clinched the #1 seed for the WCHC playoffs for the first time. The top 7 teams are going to go out of 10, so the top seed gets a bye. Matadors have earned that. They'll play at 6 p.m. that Saturday against the lowest team that's left after the first round, which most likely will be Cal State Fullerton or UC Santa Barbara right now. Orem regroups in neutral ice. It seems like CSUN's the favorite. How could they not be with a perfect regular season so far? But LMU, chance to get to the championship. Took the Matadors to a shootout here. That'll be a tough game coming up as well at LMU. The final game of the regular season, February 1st. CSUN is offside. Very stuttered start to the second period. And of course, the goal to make regionals for the 2nd consecutive year, 3rd time in the last 4 years, and the Matadors just don't want to make regionals. They want to make some noise this year. It's being hosted by Boise State the final weekend of February. The WCHC should get an auto bid this year, but the Matadors want to be as high as they can in the ranking. Currently 13th, 1 spot out of regionals place. Hit from behind coming up on Bushton. I want to make sure that just in case they don't win the WCHC championship, that they're in a regional spot regardless. But Utah Valley getting their 2nd power play. As Bushton again heads off for a hit from behind at 14-12. Officially, it's interference. But Bushton did hit that Wolverine from behind, so either way, interference, hit from behind, take your pick. Utah Valley at least trying to get a goal here before leaving Simi Valley. Pass picked off by Carnes. Turned over to Lauren. Lauren just sends all the way. Watson checked by Carnes. Lauren all the way back. And sent down by Norrie. Matadors had 3 shorthanded goals on the season before last night. They scored 3, of course, just in last night's game. taken by Norake. An area feed, and Lauren's going to get there first. He runs out of racetrack, though. Lauren, Velasquez calls for the puck, pinned up by a couple of Wolverines. Carnes steps around Walker, and Carnes is make it. Lauren is robbed by Morrison. One of Keaton Morrison's better saves. A very nice shift on the PK there from John Michael Lauren, though. Stolen by Walker. Steps around Marbach, shoots, fought up by Mead. One of his better saves of the afternoon. Here comes Marbach. He's got Velasquez with him. And just get it as deep as he can. Penalty's over. Utah Valley 0 for 2 on the power play. 12 minutes to go in the second. Dobricott chases back. Just the one dangerous chance for the Wolverines. Icing on Utah Valley. Out comes the Zumaloss line. Grayson's on a hat trick watch. 3 players last night had 2 goals. Carnes and Bushton each had 2 goals in the third period alone. The other 2-goal player was John Michael Lauren. Velasquez accepts the pass, and he leaves it for Hoover. Hoover plays it to himself around Brower. Velasquez shot blocked. Puck deflects to Brower. Gloved ahead by Evans. Dobricott touches first, so we play on. Zumaloss stood up by Evans. Velasquez to Zumaloss. In his skates. Lessica drive wide. And a lot on it. Velasquez to the puck first. Goes out of play. 11:03 remaining in the middle frame. It was 6-0 after the first. Utah Valley shut out yesterday for the 6th time this season. Now the 12th time they have scored 2 or fewer goals. And they've played 19 games. Take away the 2 from Western Colorado, a Division III team. That's 12 times out of 17 against Division II teams where they have scored 2 or fewer goals. Carnes around, picked up by Parks. 2-on-2, may not be a 3-on-2 actually. Parks is stood up. Fans calling for interference, but play continues. Watson, Bushton way up. He is interfered with. Brady Fisher, retaliatory hit on Bushton as he didn't have the puck. They chirp one another. We're going to get a goaltending change for the Matadors. But Jack Tyder comes in at 10:22. Jack Tyder, the sophomore from Santa Clarita, making his 3rd appearance this season, 2nd in relief, as a .75 goals against. He's only given up 1 goal this season and overall in 80 minutes, and he's made 15 saves. Okay, Lemede in line for his 7th victory of the year. Officially a cross-check to Brady Fisher, but again, could have been called interference. Matadors on their 2nd power play. They converted on their 1st in the 1st period. Carnes shoots, stopped by Morrison. Covers up the puck. So Kayla Mead, in all likelihood, is going to move to 7-0-0-1 this season. 7 wins and 1 tie. And so he'll officially play 29 minutes. Actually, it'll be 30 minutes. So exactly half of the game. Lauren scores. John Michael Lauren at 9:53, another power play goal. Lauren's third goal of the weekend, 19 on the season, one behind Zumalas and Norake for the team lead. And for Lauren as well, his second power play goal this season. Norake and Carnes pick up the assists. So Norake has 2 primary assists in this period for 3 overall in the game. For Norake, he's got 6 multi-assist games on the season, 3 helpers so far today as the puck goes out of play. CSUN 4 power play goals in this 2-game series. So they are now 4 for 9 against the Wolverines. 2 for 7 yesterday, 2 for 2 today. Face-off is going to be outside the zone. The puck. There's actually another puck on the ice that was behind the Utah Valley goal. But one of the linesmen pockets it. Outside bid from Brady Fisher over the net. Here comes Thorne, rubbed out by Brady Fisher. 2-on-1 though, Schwartz. Trying to get it to Robertson, disrupted well. Great defensive play by Piper. Brady Fisher, shot blocked by Marbach. Cleared out by Schwartz. Quick change. Schwartz and Robertson off of the ice for Velasquez and Hoover. Meanwhile, J.D. Baker angled off by Velasquez. Marbach shoots it out of play. No change for the Matadors. CSUN tried to get a player out there, but the ref alertly saying you cannot change. 8:32 to go in the second. A 3-1 victory last year in Provo for the Matadors against the Wolverines. 12-0 yesterday. 23-1. The goal aggregate in the all-time series. Hoover's going to turn on the Jets. Met step for step by Brower. Clark reverses. Peck closed in on by Zumalas. And Koopman can't clear. Velasquez shot blocked. Peck is stood up by Hoover. A race for the icing. That's washed out. Zumalas in good defensive position. Zumalas looking for Velasquez out of his reach. Forced out by Koopman. Piper clears out. Lessig back up those boards for Velasquez. Nice pass to Zumalas. Zumalas behind the back pass to Hoover, but wasn't expecting it. No ice. 7:15 to go in the middle frame. Bushton turns it over. Backhanded in. Finally, Utah Valley scores. Tanner Walker beats Jack Titer. It's now 8-1 at 7:09. Walker's 5th goal of the season. An unassisted goal for Tanner Walker. Well, it took him 4+ periods, but they finally have scored on CSUN, and they get another one. Eldon Brower. Well, back-to-back goals, just 19 seconds apart. All of a sudden, it's 8-2. That's Brower's 2nd goal of the season. Matador's got to put the foot back on the gas pedal here. Well, Evans and J.D. Baker pick up the assists on Brower's goal. 6:32 to go in the second. Still lots of time for Utah Valley to get further back in this game. A couple of hard luck goals on Jack Titer. Matador's top line out to try and get at least one of them back here. Clean face-off win, Norrick to Carnes. Carnes shot stopped by Morrison. There were players in front, but no screen. A good save by Keaton Morrison. We'll do it again. Norrick against Clark. Another clean win. Norrick shoots it himself this time. Stopped by Morrison. Played right to Norrick. Deflected just wide by Abaya. The net is a little bit ajar, and they blow it dead. Utah Valley shouldn't be allowed to change. Well, the refs recognize that. Clark won it off, but he'll have to stay on. A deft deflection by Quinton Abaya. Almost hit Pater. Norrick tries to win it forward this time. Piper and Abaya duel. It's picked up by Watson. Carnes got to be careful. 2 Wolverines on him. Abaya shouldered by a Watson. Lauren pinched off by the first goal scorer, Walker. Norrick, a shot stop by Morrison. Big rebound. Shoveled into him by Lauren. And a little shove after the whistle. It was 8-0, but 2 goals, 19 seconds apart, have given the Wolverines a bit of something to cheer about. 5:44 to go in the second. Well, Utah Valley will not be shut out for a 7th time this season. Matador's picking up their 2nd shutout of the year last night as Caleb Mead, Vincent Seppi each have 1 to their credit. Bushton fires, stick save Morrison. J.D. Baker turns it over to Velasquez. Zumalos walks all the way across the zone. That would have been pretty. Hoover cycles for Zumalos, hoping for Velasquez. Velasquez plays it off of Morrison. Zumalos plays it through Hoover. Velasquez keeps it going for Zumalos. Taken by Orem. Orem to Brady Fisher. Clears it all the way down. That'll be icing. Got some tired Wolverines out there. Matadors put out Norrick, Gears, and probably be Parks. Yes, he does head on the ice. Christian Parks. Trying to take advantage of 5 Wolverines that have been out there for a bit. won by Brady Fisher. They desperately need to get the puck up the ice. Turned over to Gears. Mask save Morrison. No rake then. Plays it just wide. Then a backhand bid by Gears. Deflected up and over the net. Boy, what chaos down low. Morrison, a couple of more saves against Norake and Gears. Boy, Keaton Morrison stickless. Absolutely robbing Gino Norake and Nick Gears. And finally a shift change for the Wolverines. The Matadors probably should have scored one there. Not for the great goaltending of Keaton Morrison. Face-off win by Norrie, but it's picked up by Walker. Taken away by Marbach. Pushed in a bit of time. On around Norrie, a bit of trouble with it. Clark's shot blocked by Parks. Under 4 to play. Norake tape to tape, Gears 3-on-2. To the trailer, Norake. Shoots, stopped by Morrison, rebound cleared out. Andrew Piper saving a goal there. Koopman can't get around Marbach. Numbers again for the Matadors, Gears. Trying to stuff it, and he does. Nick Gears beautifully outweights Keaton Morrison at .332. Gears second of the game, 11th of the season. As Gears had a 7-game point streak snapped at UC Santa Barbara, but now has points in 15 of 16 games this year. That's his third multi-goal game of the season. CSUN back to a 7-goal cushion. Gears, Zumalos on hat trick watch. Five Matadors scored 2 goals in a game in this series. Carnes, bring pass to Schwartz. Puck does come out. Matadors have to touch up. That's played down on the offside call. 2:42 all that's left in the middle frame. We'll once again recap the stats and scoring plays during the intermission. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. Don't know that there are a lot of finals. Might be some games going on right now in the Big Mountain Showcase in Colorado. But a rare Saturday matinee affair for the Matadors. Utah Valley is going to head back to the Beehive State tonight. Get ready to host Western Washington at home at Peaks Arena in Provo. Utah Valley paying the Matadors back this year for playing them in Provo last year. Difficult save for Jack Titer on the deflection. .216 that remains. Matadors, a 10-game winning streak coming into today. Still have not lost in regulation. It has been a very special season. Yes, competition not what it was last year, but still through 20 games, and it's probably going to be 21 after today. No losses in regulation. That is something special. Norake, sharp angle bid, didn't get on goal. Lessig down the wing for Abaya. Leaves for Bushton. His shot deflects up and out of play. Faceoff stays inside the zone, 1:41 left to play. Lauren takes the draw against Brady Fisher. Wins to Norake. Stopped by Morrison. Matadors continuing to push. Oh, Lauren tattoos Evans. Lessick a shot over the net. Morrison never saw it. Lessick plays it off of Evans, then he shoves him down. A tough shift for Ty Evans, taking 2 big hits and he heads off the ice. Bit hard to believe, only one more home game after today. Of course, senior night coming up against Northern Colorado. Lauren forces a turnover, 2-on-1, oh, down low, and the net's dislodged. A puck came right to Lauren, Norek and Abaya, all alone down low. Unfortunately, couldn't get a shot on goal. 50 seconds left. Draw one to Velasquez, drops it for Marbach. Fired wide. Carnes activates, gets the puck away from Koopman. Velasquez, Hoover calls for the puck. Marbach shoots, deflected on, stick save Morrison. Zumalos between the legs, comes right back to him. Zumalos taken away by Utah Valley, countering Clark. Clark stood up by Marbach and delayed offside call. Back for it, Peck. Peck goes D-to-D for Piper. Laid back across. Clark flat-footed, taken over by Velasquez, and that's the end of 2. 6-0 after 1. Zach Carnes, then John Michael Lauren on the power play made it 8-0. Back-to-back goals by Utah Valley, their first 2 of the series. Tanner Walker unassisted. Then just 19 seconds later, Eldon Brower made it 8-2. But Nick Years closes out the period, making it 9-2. We'll head downstairs, be back in a couple of minutes on the Matador Sports Network. ready to go for the third period. We apologize for not coming on during the intermission. Had some things to take care of. Matadors up 9-2. Third period begins 5-on-5. 2 goals today from Grayson Zumalos and Nick Gears. The other goal scorers for CSUN, Christian Parks, Matt Hoover, Quinton Abaya, Zach Carnes, and John Michael Lauren. Hoover and Lauren's goals on the power play as CSUN is 2 for 2. Utah Valley is 0 for 2. Their 2 goal scorers back-to-back, 19 seconds apart, which made it 8-2. It was Tanner Walker and then Eldon Brower, but the final goal of the second period came from Gears to make it 9-2. So the goal for CSUN in this third period, keep the 7-goal differential. A little bit of pushing and shoving as Keaton Morrison, who's still out there, makes a save. So the starter, Mason Walsh, gave up the first 6 goals. So far, Keaton Morrison has given up 3 goals. And Morrison has played about 36 minutes. Walsh was pulled after the 6th goal at 3:33 of the first. So that would mean, of course, Walsh played the first 16 minutes. Shot by Lauren, stopped by Morrison. So actually 23 minutes, beg your pardon, for Morrison. And 16 minutes for Walsh as he is still in line for the loss. Abaya stabs in. Lauren chases after it. Watson turns it over to Abaya, but he overskates. Carnes shoots. It's blocked by Watson. Good hold by Carnes. Another bid. Walker save Morrison. Lauren makes a couple of nice moves, but his pocket's picked. Matador's able to hold in. Finally forced out. Good shift by the Matadors top line. Koopman is pressured by Abaya. Respect taken by Carnes. Turned over. Walker couldn't find the handle. Marbach, cross ice pass to Lauren, 2-on-2. Lauren takes the shot, stopped by Morrison. It was really JM's only option at that point. End of his shift, just trying to beat Morrison up high. Almost 2 minutes into the third period. Matadors trying to sweep Utah Valley and trying to win it by at least 7 after a 12-0 victory yesterday. Want to keep the goal differential as high as possible. Matadors trying to get back into the top 12. We'll see where they're ranked after this weekend. The Big Mountain Showcase, as we mentioned, going on in Colorado as well. No real finals from that today. It's got a matinee affair here in Simi Valley. Dobrikot's shot vacuumed up by Morrison. Saw it all the way. CSUN looking for their 18th victory already of the season. Got a couple of finals from the Central region. We do have a final from the Big Mountain Classic. I missed it. Mary beat Oregon 2-0. The number 1 ranked Marauders blanking Oregon, who lost to Northern Colorado yesterday. Oregon so far is 0-2 at the Big Mountain Classic. They're the 5th ranked team. Mary's number 1. Big bump by Bushton. And coming up a bit lame, heading off the ice, is Ty Evans, who has taken now 3 big hits in this game. He was favoring his right shoulder. That Ty Evans is all right as Morrison makes a big save on Hoover. Norrick has to regroup. Bushton, cross for Norrick. He loses his edge, but Velasquez there to support. Velasquez healed his pass. Clark plays it off of Parks, still having trouble with it. Dobrikot steps in the open lane, leaves for Bushton. Still chip play and clear the zone. Dangerous pass for Peck, but it works out to his defensive partner. Peck gets it back, one touches Walker. Stepped up on by Bushton. Leaves for Parks. Parks again to Gears. Plays it to himself. Gears cycles for Parks. Return feed deflects to Norake. Gears to Parks, shot blocked. Nice give and go by the Matadors. Gears to Bushton, never got to Morrison. Parks keeps it alive for Norake. Gears ran into a Wolverine, couldn't shoot. Gears, the latest goal scorer, a sharp angle bid kept out by Morrison. Utah Valley desperately needs a clear. They get it, but not past the red line. Gears takes a slash. That'll be a penalty. A wide open net for Parks. Christian Parks is second of the game. Matadors are still going to get a power play as well at 15:24. That's Parks' 16th goal of the season. This multi-goal game. CSUN their third power play as well. The guilty party Joel Clark on the slash. Matadors are perfect 2 for 2 today on the power play. In consecutive games against Utah Valley, the Matadors have put up double digits. But now 3 players on hat trick watch: Parks, Zumalos, and Gears. Gears picks up the lone assist. Well, Nick Gears, 2 goals and now an assist on the afternoon. Velasquez to Parks. Parks having himself a weekend. His first career shorthanded goal last night. Had a goal and 2 assists and a 2-goal performance today. Gino Norake has put up the apples this afternoon. 4 assists already for Norake. Zumalos, again, one of the players looking for a hat trick. Dobricott in deep for Zumalos. 1:05 to go on the power play. J.D. Baker a chance to clear, and he does. Jack Titer a touch of the puck, came in about halfway through the game. Velasquez leaves for Parks. He's all by himself. Shoot stick save Morrison. Nice job to create that shot. Zumalos creeping in, stopped by Morrison. Trying to go 5-hole, but Keaton Morrison clamped the pads shut. .38 seconds to go on the power play. 14:02 remaining in the third. Once again, thanks so much for spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us on the Matador Sports Network. Only one more home game after today, unbelievably. CSUN is looking to move to 7-0-0-1 here at home this season. 7 wins and 1 tie as Morrison makes the save. John Michael Lauren, unfortunately, mishandled the puck in tight on Morrison that time. CSUN is still undefeated, or actually perfect, I should say, on the road, 9-0. Been a tremendous team away from the Isoplex. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Lauren leaves for Norake. Give and go. Norake just missed. Nice job by Lauren to keep that puck in as it went off a Walker. Clark out of the box. Utah Valley's first kill of the afternoon. Matadors 2 for 3. Abaya with some space over the net. Norake checked off of the puck. Lauren spins it wide. CSUN in full control of the puck. Another give and go off of Abaya's stick. Marbach chips it up the boards. Finally, the Wolverines relieve the pressure. Now a chance for Walker, perhaps. Glove down by Titer, lets it out for Marbach. Norek in the skates of Abaya, but CSUN's onside. Taken back by Abaya. Norek, glove down by Abaya. Out front for Lauren, and it was blocked. Tough play for Marbach. Able to get it to Abaya. Cross for Thorne. Thorne back in front. Abaya wide open to Marbach, and he scores. Alex Marbach makes it 11-2 at 12:06. Marbach, his third goal of the season. Both of his goals this year came against CSU Bakersfield here back in September. It's been a long time since Marbach has scored. Utah Valley's offside. Thorne picks up his third assist of the game. Dante Thorne with 3 primary assists today. Thorne had 4 points on the season. Just in this one has 3 helpers. Matador's biggest lead of the game at 9. Trying to get Robertson his first career goal. It's put home. It looked like Thorne. Well, yes, Dante Thorne picks up a goal there. Coming just about 28 seconds later at 11:38. And that's Thorne's third goal of the year. Parks a shot and he scores. Well, just 10 seconds later, it's now 14-2. Or 13-2, actually, beg your pardon. And that is the hat trick for Christian Parks. Oh, it's his third career hat trick, first this season. Looking for his fourth now. It's now 13-2. Approaching the halfway mark of the third period. No icing. Koopman gets there first. 3-on-2 for CSUN. Gears to Abaya. Parks the third forward. Gears shoots and scores. And now Gears picks up the hat trick. That's his first career hat trick as a Matador. Congratulations to Nick Gears on another goaltending change. Going back in now is Mason Walsh. So rare to see 2 changes in goal. So Keaton Morrison is back on the bench. He gives up 8 goals. And back in is Walsh, who gave up the first 6 goals of the game. It's been 6 consecutive goals for the Matadors since Utah Valley got back-to-back markers. Zuma loss. Leaves it for Velasquez. And stopped by Walsh. No rebound. 9:50 left. And it's been a strong third period for the Matadors. 5 unanswered. Parks, Marbach, Thorne. Then Parks picked up his hat trick goal. And then Gears picked up his first career hat trick as a Matador. Abaya shoots, spun off by Walsh out of play. And it is Walsh that is in line for the loss, of course, starting the game, and it was 6-0 when he went out. Of course, Utah Valley has not tied the game. So Walsh's record in danger of dropping to 1-6. Penalty coming to Abaya on that hit. Going to be a kneeing call on Abaya at 9:30. Utah Valley's third power play. They've had a power play a period so far. They're 0 for 2. CSUN's done a good job of staying out of the box today. Bushton clears out to Norake. 2-on-2. Norake shoots over the net. Watson lines it off of Marbach. Stretches it out of the reach of Lauren. Lauren checked by Clark. Piper comes in to help. Watson takes a look. Good pressure by Norake to yield a turnover. Bushton all the way. Actually hit that Wolverine. Took a bite out of him. That was Walker. And he heads off of the ice, favoring his right hand. Bushton shot stopped by Walsh. Lauren a shot stopped by Walsh. Koopman checked by Lauren. 2-on-3 for Utah Valley. Puck play to an open patch of ice. Marbach on around for Bushton. Plenty of time. Sends it on goal. This puck taken by Schwartz. Sticked aside by Walsh. Played off the back of the net by Thorne. PK time for Schwartz and Thorne. Two players not normally on the PK. Brower shoot stop by Titer. CSUN thought it was offside. .747 left. About 17 seconds to go on Utah Valley's power play. Out there, getting his first shift for the Wolverines, I believe, is Adam Hinkmeyer. He drew in today, and I don't believe he's had a shift until now. He's the right pointman. Face off one to Piper. Piper shoot stop by Titer. Schwartz sends it out. There is Hinkmeyer. Brady Fisher across the ice. Shot goes wide. Evans with the bid, so good to see Evans back out there. After taking a heavy hit earlier in the period, Schwartz wipes out. Back to 5-on-5, Utah Valley 0 for 3 on the power play, 7:17 to go. It was 6-0 CSUN after the first, 9-2 after 2. 2-on-1. Lauren. Shoot stop by Walsh. Evans taken away by Norake to Lauren. Break looking for the give and go off of Piper. Cleared out, held in by Carnes. A bye with 6.5 left. Nice read by Carnes. CSUN touches up. Piper, not enough on it. Abaya banks it back to Carnes. Waiting for some traffic. Pad save Walsh. Abaya then over the top. Matadors still pressing hard. Carnes, a drive, blocked. Utah Valley finally able to relieve the pressure. Almost a breakaway for Clark. No icing. Played off the side of the net by Clark. And an interference penalty upcoming to Zach Carnes. Wolverine perhaps hit his head. He is slow to get up. CSUN athletic trainer coming out to check on the injured Wolverine, but he heads off under his own power. That's Walker. Back-to-back power plays for the Wolverines at 5:41. Utah Valley 0 for 3 today. Zumalos takes the draw against Clark. Clark wins it. Brower's shot well over the net. Clark and Bushton wipes out. Luckily he's okay. A Bronx cheer from the CSUN bench. Marbach pinned up by J.D. Baker. Baker. Trying to get away from Schwartz. Below the goal line. A give and go. Baker wasn't expecting it. Schwartz clears out. Maybe a 2-on-1. Zumalos to Schwartz. Missed the net. Zumalos creates some space. Again to Schwartz, and they score. Nick Schwartz, his first career shorthanded goal. It's 4:57. Congratulations to Nick Schwartz. This is 4th goal overall in the season. Matadors' 4th shorthanded goal of this series. That gives them 7 on the season. Zuma lost the lone assist. Hoover sends it packing. Piper. Watson picks up his own pass. With a sidestep Velasquez. Rubbed out by Thorne. Velasquez clears. Watson. Brady Fisher, too hard of a pass. And numbers for the Matadors perhaps. Now more of a 2-on-2. Hoover. And drop pass out of the reach of Lessig. Matadors delayed offside. About 5 seconds to go on the power play. Carnes out of the box. Utah Valley 0 for 4 on the man advantage, and they give up a short-handed goal. 3.5 left. Koopman. Stick chipped away by Velasquez. Thorne all the way down the ice. And that's icing. Utah Valley heads home with a 1-2 record on this Southern California road trip, beating UC Santa Barbara Thursday evening. That was their first win against a Division II team this season. And CSUN just the better team in this 2-game series, winning 12-0 yesterday. Upping the ante today, 15-2. Thorne makes a move, shoots wide. Nice move by Dante Thorne. Marbach in no hurry. Now he's got to hurry as Clark forces a turnover. Good pressure by Joel Clark. Brady Fisher plays it off the defenseman Norake. 3-on-2 for CSUN. Abaya to Norake. Lauren shoots, and hopefully if it ever got to Walsh. Now a sharp angle bid, stopped and held by Walsh. Utah Valley taking exception to CSUN. Quite sure why. Looks like Utah Valley is going to be given a penalty for roughing. .221 time of the penalty. Matador's fourth. They're 2 for 3 today. And the guilty party is Kyle Watson. I completely missed what happened there. We play on. Lesick shoots, deflected wide by Lauren. Utah Valley clears out. There's about a 20-second difference, game clock to penalty clock. Norake turns on the Jets. Abaya, shot blocked. Puck hits the rafters. 1:22 to go on the power play. 1:42 to go in the game. Schwartz, fresh off his first career shorthanded goal, leaves for Zumalos. Zumalos, DDD, Hoover, Hoover, Bushton. Sent all the way down by Evans. Carnes up the wing. Hoover Leaves for Zumalos. Schwartz pivots. Half a minute to go on the power play. Bushton shot blocked by Evans. And then clearing attempt hits Bushton. Hoover down the wing, Schwartz. Hoover again. Bushton. A drive deflected wide by Carnes. Schwartz back to Hoover. Across Bushton. Out of the reach of Hoover. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Watson ready to come out. Well, CSUN 2 for 4 on the power play, and just 15 seconds left in the game. Zumalos all by himself. Shoot stopped by Walsh. A dominant 2-game series for the Matadors, putting up 27 goals against Utah Valley. 2 seconds left, so one more face-off. CSUN sweeps Utah Valley this weekend, 12-0 and 15-2. CSUN pours off the bench to congratulate Jack Titer. Splitting time today with Caleb Mead. We'll come back in a moment to wrap things up on the Matador Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. It's the Matador Sports Network post-game show. CSUN sweeps Utah Valley this weekend. 12-0 victory yesterday and 15-2 today. A couple of hat tricks this afternoon. Nick Gears scored Matador's 4th, 9th, and 14th goals. His first career hat trick as a Matador, the transfer from UNLV. And Christian Parks picked up his 3rd career hat trick this afternoon. He scored the Matador's 1st, 10th, and 13th goals. So 2 hat tricks today from Nick Gears and Christian Parks. The other goal scorers, Grayson Zumalos, he had 2. Matador's 2nd and 5th goals. 2-goal afternoon for Grayson. Matt Hoover scored on the power play. Quinton Abaya had a goal. Zach Carnes. John Michael Lawrence scored on the power play. Alex Marbach scored this afternoon. Dante Thorne. And the final goal scorer, the shorthanded goal for Nick Schwartz, his first career career shorty in his first year as a Matador. The game-winning goal, Matador's third, goes to Matt Hoover, his first game-winning goal this season. CSUN finished 2 for 4 on the power play. Utah Valley 0 for 4. The losing goalie is Walsh. He started the game, was pulled at 3:33 of the first, and came back in at 10:35 of the third. So Walsh played 25 minutes, gave up 7 goals, and takes the loss. So Walsh now 1-6 on the season. Morrison played 35 minutes in relief, giving up 8 goals. The winning goalie is the starter for CSUN today, Caleb Mead. He played exactly half of the game. He's now 7-0-0-1, 7 wins and 1 tie. Did not give up a goal. Jack Tyder played the second half of the game, giving up the 2 goals to the Wolverines, but still a nice relief appearance for Jack Tyder this afternoon. Well, Utah Valley goes 1-2 on this 3-game Southern California road trip. They are now 3-16-1 overall, 1-8-1 on the road. Matadors, yes, they're still undefeated in regulation this season, 18-0-1-2. They've won 11 straight games, and they're now 7-0-0-1 here at home with 1 more home game to go. That'll be January 31st. Northern Colorado comes to town. That'll be a very good game. The two teams are ranked very close to one another. It'll be the first time, I believe, Northern Colorado has been here to face CSUN. It's been a long time since these two teams played against one another. That was back in Division 3, actually, when they last played against one another. Should be a great senior night. Matador's next broadcast, though, going to be a week from today at Long Beach State. Another WCHC conference game coming up at 8 p.m. We'll have a radio-only coverage of that from the rinks Lakewood. Well, Matadors, a dominant effort once again today, getting hat tricks from Nick Gears and Christian Parks, and scored 27 goals in 2 games against Utah Valley in this 2-game series. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. We'll speak with you next Saturday from Lakewood. Good day on the Matador Sports Network.